Characteristics of living things. In this chapter, we are going to learn some important characteristics like cellular structure, movement, responsiveness to stimuli, growth. Children, today we are going to study about living things and their characteristics. All living and non-living things have some common features. For example, they are made up of matter. So, all living and non-living things have mass, occupy space, and have shape. All living things share certain characteristics which distinguishes them from non-living things. These are the characteristics of life. They grow. If we observe things around us, it will not be difficult for us to differentiate between living things from non-living things. You can easily distinguish between a butterfly and a bicycle, even though both can move. Let us study some important characteristics that has been observed in all the living things. They are given below. Cellular structure. The bodies of living things are made up of cells. Cells are very, very small. The number of cells varies depending upon the size of the body. Amoeba, paramecium, chlorella, yeast are living things made up of just one single cell. Such living things are called unicellular living things. The bodies of man, horse, bird, the guava tree are made up of many cells. Those made up of many cells are called multicellular living things. Having a cellular structure is a characteristic of living things. A stone, car, bicycle, umbrella are non-living things. Non-living things do not have a cellular structure. Movement. Children, we all know very well that a fish swims in water. A frog leaps, a butterfly flies, and people walk. The action of swimming, leaping, flying, walking are called movements. All living things move of their own accord. Animals can move from one place to another. This motion is called locomotion. Plants make some movements but do not change their place. For example, a climber moves towards a support. Non-living things do not move of their own accord. If a stone is kept in a certain place, it will remain there for years together. It cannot move by itself. It will move only if somebody moves it. Responsiveness to stimuli. Children, now let me ask you, what will you do if your teams win and gets a trophy? Naturally, if your teams wins a game, you raise the trophy high and jump of joy. If you stub your toe, you cannot help squealing. Ouch! Sometimes our mouth waters at the sight of tamarinds or slices of raw mangoes. The squealing, the watering of the mouth are examples of a living things giving a response to a stimulus. Activity. Take a plate and place a few pieces of sweets on it and keep the plate in the corner of the room. What do you observe? We see within a few minutes the plate is covered with ants. If we observe keenly, we see row of ants carrying small pieces of sweets and walking. Activity. Take a sunflower plant. Keep it in open place and observe it. We see that the plant kept in the open place. The sunflower faces towards the sun. So, from morning to the evening, the direction of flower keeps on changing from east to west. In other words, the sunflower responds to the sunlight. Roots of the plants grow towards the source of water. From these examples, we see that when living things receive a stimulus from something, in their surroundings, they respond to it. This characteristic of living things is called responsiveness to stimuli. While walking on the road, if you prick yourself with a nail, a sound like "kss" will escape you spontaneously. What if the nail were to prick a stone? Non-living things lack the ability to respond to stimuli. Growth. Children, you all must have seen many things growing around you. Like small plants and animals grow bigger day by day. We see a small puppy growing up. The growth of animals is for a definite period of time. A human being grows from birth till he or she is 18 or 25 years of age. There is no limit to the growth of plants. They keep on growing as long as they live. Only the growth takes place in certain specific parts. When growth takes place, the size and weight of the body both increases. Such growth occurs inside the body. Non-living things such as sugar crystal suspended in a saturated sugar solution also increases in size. But this increase is not to do with the division of cells within the body, but by addition of external layer. For example, a glacier is formed by the gradual external addition of many particles of the frozen packed snow. Activity. Observing growth in living things. Take some mustard seeds and place moist blotting paper or cotton in a dish. Sprinkle some seeds into the blotting paper or cotton and keep the dish in a warm, well-lit place. Sprinkle some water on it. As we observe the seeds for next 2 days, we see small plants have shoot up for the mustard seeds. So, we see that there is a growth in the living things. In non-living things, growing your own stalactite. Fill 2 jars with warm water. Add washing soda to each jar and stir until no more soda dissolves. Take a 20 centimeter length of wool fiber and attach a paper clip at each end of it. Put the ends in the jar so that the wool hangs between the jars. Leave the jars for several days. You will see a white stalactite growing down from the wool. The soda solution travels down the wool from both the sides. As each drip of soda solution evaporates, the soda left behind makes the stalactite grow. Summary. Living things are made up of cells. They move of their own accord. The bodily growth of animals takes place for a limited period of time. The growth of plants takes place in certain specific parts only. Living things have the ability to respond to stimuli. Growth occurs in living things due to division of cells within the body. Living things respond to external stimuli like light, heat, sound, and touch. That is all in this topic, students. Now let us learn about respiration, reproduction, excretion, and death in our next topic. Keep learning!